All right, how you doing, Eric?
Good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Everybody, this is Eric Shellenbarger. He'll be fighting Daniel Anglemyer, also at 155 pounds as part of UFC Fight Pass for Warrior Wednesday 6. It's been a while for you since you've competed in MMA, so are you glad to finally be back?
Yes, absolutely. I have been training though steadily on, all the time. I never really took any time off. It's time to compete now, and everybody's having more fun than me, and I'm jealous.
Absolutely, and of course now you get to come back on UFC Fight Pass. That's got to be a thrill as well.
I'm glorified about it. Definitely it's gonna be a great place to get a win. And get some rounds in. Anyways, I don't expect an immediate finish. I don't see it going the distance though.
Now, like I said, this will be your first fight in a while. So like you said, you've been trained steadily. You never just walked away and just sat on the couch somewhere eating potato chips. But what are some things you feel you've gotten better at? The last few years since you last competed.
Um, I basically I've been just training on the same systems almost all my whole life. It was a little Muay Thai. I wrestled, and that was probably what I did as a sport all throughout high school. So I mean, grappling in general, but stand up being Muay Thai, yeah, some of the boxing in the gym. But really, over at Michigan Top Team now, in their systems, what we teach and we train, it's 5 days a week. You get a great mixture of everything. My coaches are scientists, so yeah. And then you have some grappling open on Saturdays, and that's a competition level for tournaments and stuff. So I have so many opportunities to get great training in there every week.
Absolutely, and of course, as I mentioned, fighting on the same card as Mickey, who is sitting next to you there, that's also got to be some extra motivation as well for you.
It's very exciting.
Absolutely.
Definitely very exciting.
So your opponent here,
But
Daniel.
we
Go
have
ahead.
talked about. I'm sorry. We
Uh,
have talked about this here in the past forever about maybe being on the same card. Just all of a sudden it would come through because a fight he was supposed to be on prior fell through. So no, this is a nice gift for him to be on the same card.
Now, your opponent here in Daniel Anglemyer, 1-1 so far in his career. What are some things you figured out about him? What do you think he's going to bring to the table here against you in about 2 weeks?
I really haven't paid too much attention to him. Like I said, I pay attention to my practice sessions, my coaches, and my team. We're ready for anything. We get in the cage to fight. You know what I mean? Game plans are game plans as it goes. You train for your entrance. You train to start the fight. If it doesn't go well, what are you going to do in a dangerous situation? And then after that, it just turns back into a war. It's who wants it the most, and you just got to be good everywhere. My coaches, like I said, they are scientists, so this is a great opportunity to go take a test for all the hard work I've put in class at this point in time.
That's definitely a good way of putting it. The question I wanted to ask you next was obviously, since it's been a while since you fought, do you feel as though that gives you any sort of advantage? Because it's hard to really base what you're going to bring to the table in 2 weeks compared to what you brought 8 years ago, right?
Oh yeah, this is evolution. You know what I mean? That just didn't exist back then. When I first started fighting, it was like in 1998, and so he showed up and they had brackets. They were like 8-man brackets, and so you naturally were gonna rat tail in because they had 12 people to make sure the competitions, but they were Dan Severn's danger zones, and you could fight 4 times a night to end up taking first place. So they were, I understand what fighting's about. This system that we are in now, though, and the opportunity to go 3 pro rounds at UFC Fight Pass, and for all the training I've got from my coaches to even just to provide me this opportunity, it's kind of it's a dream come true if you ask me, because I really didn't see myself 2 years ago at this level, but just hanging around the people I do on a daily basis at that Michigan Top Team, you really have no other choice but to celebrate with them and come through with some pro rounds. We have our amateurs are just, completely unstoppable in that gym. So our girls they'll beat you up. It's a great place to get hit.
Absolutely. And what obviously when it's been so long since you fought, like you said, it's kind of time. But was there any moment or epiphany, if you will, that you had that caused you to come back, or did this just kind of just one day you're just like, I think I should fight again?
Again, I believe I'm just jealous everybody else is getting an opportunity to do this. I go through grinds. My practices are from 5:30 to 7. And again, you got Darren 2 or 3 days in there, and then you got Jason. These guys, they put practices on purpose like this for us. So they're competition practices. But bottom line. Um, yeah, invite only. And basically, that's what gets us to this point. I would have a hard time not doing this, showing up to all those practices. So I guess that's where I'm going with this.
Absolutely, I got you. Now, of course,
Thanks.
is there anything you'd like to say to Mr. Anglemyer before you step inside the WXC seal against him?
No, definitely good luck, and I'll be very glad to meet you on August 28th.
All right. And any thank you, shout out, sponsors, anything like that, Eric?
I'd like to make a shout out to Michigan Top Team again. They're just the ultimate family in this feast of famine and fist fighting, and it's perfect. And our coaches again, they're just Javier, Deon Krugershank, Jason Fisher. Um, Beautiful place to put some rounds in anyways on a daily basis. So yep, that's it.
All right. Well, he is Eric Shellenbarger. And Eric, thanks for coming on. And one last thing. Mike said, do you realize that you're making all the older guys want to come back now?
Yeah, you know what, but this is a new era, so everybody just if it's not out of your system, you owe it to yourself. What are you gonna do when you're 70 years old and you're sitting there looking back like, what did I miss? Well, I'm gonna tell you I didn't miss this, and I'm very excited to meet Daniel Anglemyer.
All right. Well, Eric, thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it, and I can't wait to see your fight here in about 2 weeks.
Thank you kindly. You have a good
All right.
night.
We'll see you. All right, once again, that was Eric Shellenbarger right here on Warrior Xtreme live Facebook interviews off the Warrior Xtreme Cage Fighting Facebook page for Warrior Wednesday 6.